sounds. May be a bit loud. Sorry about that. Hope it doesn't happen again. Anyway, I'm back with some more Danganronpa. Last few laps off, Celeste got, well, executed. And it turns out that there was like a hidden room. Yeah, I'm gonna read this in a bit. There was a hidden room in the second floor boys' bathroom with like some files on everyone in the school. And then we got knocked out. And then when we all woke up, went to the gym, and it turns out Sakura is the spy for Monokuma, which is what she said, that she would like resist him from now on. So it's weird. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Yeah. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Chapter 1. Now Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Chapter 2. Hifumi killed Taka, then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then she got executed. Chapter 3. And that brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. So now there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the number of people we started with.
Indeed.
Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Still. What did I see yesterday? Yeah, also, she had a glowing eye. I don't know how to interpret that yet. I don't understand. Sakura is a mastermind spy? Can that really be true? So my Flonny is doing stupid shit right now. Makoto, are you okay? No, I'm not fine. I'm fine. Nothing to worry about. I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more. Okay, in that case, let's eat till we pass out.
Huh?
What do you mean in that case?
I mean...
What? Look how scary everyone looks. It's gonna be because you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you feel your belly, I'm sure you'll all cheer up. So let's eat.
Okay.
Let's fry up some fish and then let's eat till it can't stand up.
What?
That's like a deep impact style meteor impact extinction level event combination of foods. Fish. And donuts. Doesn't sound too bad.
Huh?
What? Those are both breakfast time top sellers. Still, the till we can't stand up part is a problem. After we're done, we need to go explore.
I see.
That's right. Since the class trial is over, new areas should have opened up.
It's true.
Plus, we still have Alter Ego. We don't have to give it into despair just yet. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future.
You got
The
it.
future war. Yeah, think heavy thoughts, not daffy thoughts.
You know?
Like, when we gotta get out of here, right?
We're serious.
But it's all over. I think everyone will get reborn for serious. I mean, reborn as someone serious.
Well...
Hey, are you okay? That sounds like something someone who's about to die would say. Sorry. Everything seems to be fine. Okay, good. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. Huh? What makes you so sure?
According to the spirits,
I predicted it last night. Since it really served to me from the ether, there's no doubt about it. How accurate is your fortune telling anyway? Well, he got... So far he has a 0% track record.
How about that?
I can usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day.
Hmm.
That seems really low.
It's not like some occult mystery.
But yeah, it's not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm gonna get it right sometimes. Yeah, that... In other words, you're guessing.
The occult is bullcrap.
I told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing.
So,
Fortune telling isn't occult?
You got it all wrong.
Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation. What?
Huh?
Cattle what? See? Exactly.
so...
He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of the research.
Actually,
No. You're calling it an urban legend. As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It all happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. It was a place I'd never been before. They claimed that patty was 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and headed home.
but
And before long,
the end is nigh.
the sky was filled with a mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger. And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair. And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means?
You were high?
It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in. Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess. You can't trick me.
What? I'm confused. So I stormed back into the burger place and got up in the manager's grill, and they totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef, they totally mixing ground pork with it.
How about that?
Now you see? That is cattle mutilation. I kinda like got lost halfway through.
Ah,
I can't tell if you're for the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity.
Don't be mean.
I stink of... How dare you?
ah.
Well, you do stink though. That's fine. That's fine? Uh-huh. Anyway. I hope your prediction turns out to be true. It won't. Or at the very least, I won't murder anyone.
Yeah,
Me either. I mean, I would never.
Of course.
Me either.
indeed.
Alright. That goes for me too, of course. I would never kill any of my friends. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we'd finally become united. Who is gonna be the murderer of the five of us? But,
Well,
to be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toko were here for this too. But they are so hard to deal with. They only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. That was enough to prove. We were united for the time being, but within that bond hid weakness and fragility. Good. Good. All-star apologies. That's Hina and Chihiro on the cover there. We began our search as soon as we finished our breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what happened, what had opened up, what was waiting for us. Is it this place? Nope. Then I'm gonna have to assume that it's the fourth floor. Which will hold some secrets, I hope. Or probably just another scene. Wait, where? No, no, no. It's right here. The stairs are confusing in this game. In this school. I'm still not too familiar with the layouts. So next base, I think, is around here somewhere. Yep. So now you have access to the 4th floor for Hope Speak Academy. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. No, this time I have to find it. Like the determination, Makoto. This is the girls' bathroom. It's pretty obvious just by looking at it. There's no good reason for me to go in. The boys' bathroom had a fucking hidden door at the back. On this one though. Or is it just the bathroom? It's pretty boring. Also, I like how we now have, like, conspicuous smell grating here. You can see like wiring beneath it. It's just a weird place for a school. Okay, yeah, we have music room. That's cool. That's cool. This is the music room. It's hardly even a classroom. It's more like an actual concert hall. Yeah, some schools do have those. Ours does. Both of them have been to have the stage. Is this a grand piano? It seems really old. I bet it's worth a lot of money. Of course, without someone around who can play it, it's totally useless. You could use it for firewood if you wanted to, but yeah. Also, all grand pianos are like, fucking expensive. It doesn't matter what the cost, how old it is.
Hey.
You know, you haven't told me what you think yet. What I think?
So...
About the secret room in the boys' bathroom. Ah, well, I didn't find a secret room, but as soon as I started looking around, I was attacked.
What?
Attacked? By who? Well, they came from behind. I didn't have any time to react, so I didn't see who it was. When I came to, the mountains of files and documents were all gone. I'm sorry. I know how important those were.
That's fine.
It's okay. I already saw what I needed to in there. And I half suspected the mastermind might come after you. What?
Because...
When I discovered the room, the mastermind must have seen me on the surveillance camera in the hallway. They must have seen me go into the boys' bathroom and not come out again. Still, I wanted you to go and see it. I wanted to see how the mastermind would react. Essentially, I wanted to find out if the mastermind actually knew about that room.
It would seem...
But to attack you and steal everything in the room, that must mean there was some unknown clue in there that could reveal the mastermind's identity. Then, you knew I was going to get attacked?
That doesn't matter.
So we were essentially bait. Good to know. You can handle that kind of thing though, right? After all, you're a boy. What does she think a boy is? Fine, I understand. Now let me ask you something else. Do you know about the note that was left in there? The note that said, "You must not leave."
Just a second.
We shouldn't talk about that. Not here. Kyoko stalked and glanced at the surveillance camera.
So...
I'm looking into it. If I find out anything, I'll let you know.
Listen to me.
Is that okay? She made it sound like she was asking, but it was clear I wouldn't have any say in the matter.
So then...
So, now it's your turn. Let's hear your secrets. Did you think I wouldn't notice? You're hiding something.
Am I wrong?
You are not wrong. That's...
What?
What is the matter? If you're worried about the camera, why don't you just write it down? Well...
Hey,
We're friends, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? You were right that there shouldn't be any secrets between friends, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when you don't have evidence for it. I haven't found conclusive evidence yet. I talk about it now, it could just make things that much worse. Trying to keep secrets, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend. Yeah, but tell her. I mean, we saw it like it was fairly obvious. Even if we don't jump to like conclusion and say that Sakura is the spy, we could still say we saw Sakura fighting Murakuma and saying that she will resist him from now on. Like, that's pretty factual. That actually happened. I don't know. Okay, never mind. So sorry, I can't tell you. Oh yes.
correct.
So that's your answer.
However,
Well, do you think that's fair? You were happy to hear what I had to say, but now you're unwilling to share. I'm sorry, I really am.
that's fine.
It's fine.
Goodbye.
So, I've been warned about this happening, that the game gives you a choice, but actually doesn't. As long as it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass like half an hour from now, I'm fine with it. Hopefully. With those as her parting words, Keiko left me standing there alone. I think I made her mad. Yeah, you should have told her. Anyway, back to the exploration. There is a thing here. Is this just a circle? Yeah, it is. This is a huge floor. Holy shit. A data lab. Sorry, it's logged according to the nameplate. It's called a data center, or what's behind the door is a total mystery. So, yeah, that's polite. I'm glad this floor gets opened up and all, but there's like a ton of log rooms up here. Well, you were very useful conversation here, you know. I learned so much about you and the floor and everything. Do you get nice going for this? Nope. Speaking of which, I should probably once free time starts, I should probably use the machine again to get a few extra coins. Okay, so there's still one more floor here. There's also a chemical lab here, I guess. Or chemistry lab, sorry. Inside the room, the smell of medicine was oppressive. So this is a chem lab. I hope inhaling all this stuff doesn't do permanent damage. As long as it's sealed, it's probably safe. What's in the cabinet? It's a remarkably big shelf. It's stocked with all kinds of medicine.
That's right.
Listen, Makoto, listen. Just take a deep breath and cool down. Listen to me. Okay, you know, just chill out. There's all kinds of stuff we didn't have before. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, creatine.
Okay.
What? They even have protein-enzyme X. What's that? A high-quality protein drink. It's nothing like that cheap swill in the warehouse. It's connoisseur level. Oh yeah? This is amazing. It's a gold mine. How my prayers have finally been answered. Time to roll up with some more prayers then. A gold mine, huh? Hina and Sakura seem to be lost in a deep but friendly conversation. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura and the mastermind, but I can't while she's with Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
You need something? No, it's nothing.
Huh?
You sure? Okay then. Anything else in this room? Doesn't seem like it. So I think we only have one or two more rooms to check. Which is everything on this wall, right? It's pretty much only this one, the office, and the headmaster. It's probably locked. This is the office. Well, of course, there's no hint of any teachers that we normally be able to rely on. Huh. We do have. Oh. I'll check that thing next. What is here? Huh? What am I supposed to click on? And that. There's a flower on the desk. Somehow it makes things feel that much weirder. Nice. Because it's just flowers for all the desks. Gotcha. I'm a fast learner. Do not click on flowers. Huh? There's a picture on the floor. This picture? What? Celeste, Ifumi, and Sayaka? The smiling faces of 3 people who are dead now. Classroom with metal plates over the windows. I have no solution for it. So all I can do is just stroke my chin and just like, and hope the answer comes to me. It's exactly the same. It's just like a picture I saw before. There's no way this isn't important somehow. They're smiling in a way you'd expect any normal teenager to smile. Just a normal group of high schoolers living a normal school life. I can't possibly believe they were able to smile like that in a world of despair like this. So, does that mean this picture was taken before they ever came to home speak? Which would mean everyone in the picture knew each other before they got here? Including Sayaka? Huh? No, there's no way. Monoko did it. It must be fake. You're fake. Monoko popped up out of nowhere and snatched a picture from my hand. A forgery, Blood? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing was fake too? Come on. Then, you're saying this picture is real?
Hey,
If there was such a thing as the Nobel Truth Prize, I'd take first, second, and fourth place. Actually, that's probably not true. Who did the third place? I ask a question. Is this picture real or is it a fake? Oh, Makoto, you're so eager to split things in half, aren't you?
hey,
But it's no use. It's just no use. If you try to split something that you can't be split, you'll feel like you're the one being split.
it's
The
true.
picture is real. No more, no less. Without another word, Mokuma disappeared. So the picture is real. It's really real? If that's true, if that's the case, everyone is still alive, oh my god. I'm pretty sure that isn't the case. It's like, I don't think you can survive 6 chest stabs. At least not without medical care. The nameplate on the door says Headmaster's Room. The Headmaster's Room? There must be something worth finding there. And it's locked. Just like I predicted. I've already taken a good look at these things around here. There's a lot to think about, but for now I should head back to the dining hall and talk to the others. It's a pretty simple floor, actually. Just looks confusing because of the circle or the square hammer. No. Not long after I got to the dining hall, the others began to trickle in. After a few minutes. So, is this everyone?
Well then.
Okay. Let's discover what we got discovered. Yeah, good idea. Well, I guess start from the right to lefts. Might as well. Kyoko? She's ignoring me.
So,
Hey, Makoto. Does Kyoko seem upset to you?
That's right.
She is, isn't she? She's totally mad. Yeah, it looks like it.
What's your deal?
I bet it's your fault, isn't it? You must have done something to her. Oh, this is bad. Metal sheets had been attached to all the windows on the 4th floor. None of them budged an inch.
In other words,
Just like everywhere else. Escape from the 4th floor seems unlikely. That was to be expected, though. I found a couple of rooms on the 4th floor, but they were locked. The data center and the headmaster's room. The headmaster's room? That sounds like exactly the kind of place we'd find some clues. If we can somehow lock the door and get inside.
But
Who cares about the stupid lock?
how about that?
It should be no problem for the word Stormgrass missing link to knock down one measly door. What was that? No, please continue. Did you say I've got the nicest butt on the block? The curviest hips in town. Is that what you said?
What the heck?
I know I didn't.
hey,
And what did you say? Because I know you weren't talking about tearing down the door to the headmaster's room. No, not at all. Not at all.
unbelievable.
Knocking down your headmaster's door? What kind of moral education are you trying to start here?
Your teacher had such faith in you.
That's my room, you know. It is now, anyway. And you're thinking of busting it down? You seriously don't want to piss me off. You have any idea how much bacteria lives on a single backflow? No. Why would you like to find out? No, I was just kidding. Please don't get mad. I'm not mad. Weird emoji face.
What?
You're totally mad for the weird emoticon. Do you call those emoticons or emojis or whatever?
This is kind of.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to enter the rule for this, but if you're gonna go around having those thoughts, I have no choice but to add to the school regulations. Seriously.
Too bad.
Breaking down a locked door is prohibited. There, that's Luna. The jerks. A new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Is he gone? Phew. Man, I was scared for my life. I was sure he was gonna kill me for serious.
Well,
But if he could go out of his way to make up a rule like that, there's no doubt that something important must be hidden in the headmaster's room. Well, now that it's a rule, there's nothing we can do. Well,
yeah.
that was a big shelf in a cupboard on the 4th floor. It had all kinds of chemicals and stuff.
Okay.
And there was an all-stock cast nutrient additives and supplements. You should at least go take a peek. Highly recommend it. I think you and Ogre are probably the only ones interested in stuff like that. Oh, but it's all good stuff though. There was medicine and health stuff, but on top of that, there was also a bunch of different poisons. Poison? They were all labeled clearly though, so it would be hard to grab one by mistake.
It's true.
Still, we better make sure we're careful around there. And we probably shouldn't tell Byakuya Tokuro about the poison, right?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Well,
Well, just in case. You know what I'm trying to say. Just in case. Yeah, I think you're right.
however,
It's Byakuya. It won't be long before he's discovered it for himself. But with something as dangerous as poison right out in the open, that's absolutely the work of a mastermind. I mean, a lot of chemistry labs have poison out in the open, like fairly in the open. Behind like the locked cabinets. So, has everyone said what they need to say? I think so.
We're serious.
But it looks like nobody found any clues at all, let alone a way out of here. I haven't been this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone, do something to cheer me up. Can I say something?
How about that?
It's cause my dad was smoking in bed. That's, no, I mean, that's sad I guess, but no, I have something I'd like to report. So you guys all remember, right? You remember when I found that picture up on the third floor the other day?
perhaps.
You mean the one that showed Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon all together, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I remember. What about it? Well, I found another one. Another picture almost like just like that one.
Huh?
Another one? Well, this time the picture was of Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. Huh? And they were all smiling. And the classroom in the picture didn't have any metal covering the windows. Question. Is the expression on Celeste's face a smile? She looks like she's just screaming at Hifumi right now. So the picture of Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon wasn't the only one. Now you found the one that had Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka? But how can that...
Conspiracy!
Monokuma must have faked it. But if the picture is real, then everyone who was in it, there would have to be some kind of hidden connection there, don't you think? Some deeper truth, if you just don't understand.
What?
Can't be. It's a fake. But Monokuma said it was real. I know we could just write it off as a lie, but...
So
then you trust Monokuma's word over the people who have died. Huh?
because...
That's what you're saying, isn't it? No, that's not it. I'm shocked. You told everyone how we should believe in our friends, but you refuse to do the same. That's not... What's going on, Kyoko? Why are you getting so emotional? You know, Makoto, maybe you should have told her when she asked about the secrets. I don't understand why she's so angry.
Hey, come on.
Come on, guys, stop fighting or all your good luck is gonna float away. Anyway, Makoto, you're thinking about it too much. There's no way Monokuma didn't fake that picture.
Of course.
He is just trying to confuse us. You shouldn't listen to anything Monokuma has to say. You might be right, but still. Why is this so conflicted?
What?
It looks like you guys have stopped playing nice. Yakuya. You all have the same sunken look on your faces. You were all so ugly before. You should have let them sink any longer. When I look at you, it makes me think of a frog sinking into a pile of manure.
You know?
I'm sorry.
Just a second.
Why are you apologizing?
What the heck?
Leave us alone, you're not part of this.
That's right.
That's true enough. Your problems are mine. We are, and always will be, completely separate. So whatever's causing all your faces to turn so ugly has absolutely nothing to do with me. And if I happen to discover a vital clue, it wouldn't concern you in the slightest. Did he finally just say something useful?
Hey,
Byakuya, what have you been up to?
That's fine.
I don't mind telling you. Perhaps forcing your lazy brains to get to work might do you some good.
Such ignorance.
I was in the bath. What else would you like to know? Today's lottery numbers. Was taking a bath. Is he saying he's been talking to Alter Ego? Did he tell him something?
it would seem...
Maybe we should all go take a bath. Oh, good idea. A mixed bath? A
Okay.
mixed bath. If Alter Ego really did tell him something, I wonder what it could have been. When I got to the dressing room, Toko was sitting alone on the bench, with the laptop in front of her. Toko, did you decide to come here while I was requested to say too?
What's your problem?
I already heard it, with Master. With Master.
Ah,
You don't have to keep saying it. Anyway, so what are you doing right here now? Shut up. Just stop bothering me.
How about that?
Get out of the way. We have to talk to Alter Ego.
well...
No, I made Master a promise. A promise? Master told me to wait here, so that's what I'm doing.
Huh?
What are you, his dog? It's what Master wants. I'll do anything he asks. That's creepy as fuck. You just love being mistreated. Well, fine, if you really want me gone, by all means.
What?
Hey guys, what's going on? We'd like you to move? Sure thing, just kneel before me and back. First, the Mega Masochist, Super Series. Great. Listen, Kyoko, about a picture from before. She's been very thorough about pretending I don't exist. Toko, seriously, I'm asking you nice to let us use the laptop. Didn't you hear what I said? I told you to kneel and back.
How about that?
Come on, Makoto, give her the old 1-2 combo. 1, drop to your knees, 2, besiege. After that's the 1-2 goes, but okay. Why are you acting like you're not part of this? I was as desperate as I felt. Finally, I did kneel down in front of her and I said, please, I'm begging you, will you please let us see the laptop? Such an ultra miraculous feeling of happiness. Oh, my pentamegaly master for abusing me is evaporating. So even you realize every year?
Hey.
That should be enough, right? Hurry up and let's talk to Alter Ego. Okay. Wow, that took a while.
You really came.
Everyone, come closer. I already told Byakuya, but I was finally able to crack open all the files that were on his laptop. Sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Correct.
Just what I thought.
I see.
Finally, the time has come. I'm starting to get kind of nervous. I felt the same way. Resting on the keyboard, my hands had started to shake.
Just a second.
Move. The single web was like a sharpened blade. Wounded, I moved to let her take over.
So then.
Here we go. Kyoko began typing, the words appearing as fast as I could read them. Can you tell us what you found out?
Leave it to me.
Sure. I analyzed the files and extracted all the useful information I could find. And one particularly important fact I discovered was that a certain plan had been put into effect here. To isolate the students of Hope's Peak Academy and create a communal life for them. That was the city core of the plan. But it was meant to be more than just a normal school life. The students were intended to live out the rest of their lives here. That's...
I see.
It's exactly the situation we found ourselves in. It's quite unthinkable, isn't it? And what's more, the one who came up with the plan was none other than the administrator of Hope's Peak themselves. What? Wait, hold on. But the reason we've been imprisoned here, it wasn't the work of some psycho freak or criminal organization or whatever.
No way!
It was the school itself? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that?
Just a second.
I don't think Alter Ego is finished. Perhaps we should hear the rest.
That's right.
It seems that the reason they devised this plan was because of what happened 1 year ago. This is how they described the event. They said it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. What does it mean?
What?
Yeah, what kind of name is that for something? Otherwise known as the tragedy. It was apparently some sort of devastating occurrence. Because of the tragedy, Hope's Peak Academy was forced to discontinue its role as a school and closed down.
I see.
I see. Things are finally starting to make sense. What this means is, 1 year ago, this tragedy took place. Whatever it was, it forced Hope's Peak to shut down. From there, they decided to use the school as a kind of staging ground.
That's right.
They plan to sequester the students here, where they will live out the rest of their lives.
So,
But why would the Hope's Peak administration want to shut everyone in like that?
Hey.
And what could this tragic event have possibly been? In a flash, Kyoko had typed the question into the computer. I'm gonna break, sorry. And the answer we got was... Sorry, I don't know. If that information was ever on this computer, it's gone now. I'm totally useless. I'm sorry. And that's all he said.
What?
And is this really the end? You get halfway through the answer and that's it?
Indeed.
It would appear so. Disappointing. Oh, wait.
So,
There's one other thing I forgot to mention. I think it might be important. I believe it has to be the mastermind. The mastermind. Kiro's fingers moved even faster than they had so far. Did you figure out the mastermind's identity?
sorry.
No, that I still know. But I did find a clue, I think. The one leading the Hope Speak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope Speak headmaster. The same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. According to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
The headmaster?
The headmaster? Is he in the school?
Okay.
Then it's gonna be the mastermind. I mean, Monk must be calling himself the headmaster, right?
Perhaps.
Which makes the real headmaster that much more suspicious.
For serious?
But if we break down the door to his room with that, right? So what are we supposed to do? I'll find a way. With my creepy expression with different sized eyes. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Careful, what's going on? I can't explain why. I just know that I have to find him. She has to? Kyoko, what's going on with you? When she heard about the headmaster, her reaction was almost violence.
So then,
We should see if Alter Ego has any more information. That seemed to be her attempt to regain her composure as she started typing it back again. Did you learn anything else? Sorry. That's everything I found. All the information on this laptop seems to be pretty odd, so that's all I can do from here. I'm really sorry. Then it really is all over.
hey,
Wait. Alter Ego seems to have more to say. Well, it's kind of a different topic, but I was wondering about something. I haven't seen Celeste Hippolyataka since yesterday. A heavy silence fell across the room. The only sound was the flat, precise clicking of keys as Kyoko typed. They are all dead. What? I see. Certainly I knew that was a possibility, but it really happened. Sorry. There's no point in me getting depressed over things I can't do anything about.
anyway,
Well then, I guess that's it. That's it. A simple phrase that had so much meaning. She began typing again. You've done your job. Thank you. Done? I guess I am, huh? Then maybe I'll take a little rest. I'm kinda tired. Goodbye everyone. See you later. With that, the laptop entered sleep mode.
I see.
So, Alter Ego did everything he could.
indeed.
We won't have to talk to him after all that much anymore.
But
But I feel kinda sorry for him.
But
You feel sorry? But he's just a computer program, right?
well,
I know, but still, he did everything he could for us, you know? I mean, yeah, he did, but that's what a computer program is designed to do. You don't tell a computer good job every time you shut it down, do you? But when you talk about a computer program that's like an artificial intelligence, essentially a copy of someone, shouldn't you treat them a bit differently than Microsoft Word? Well, no. But when we talked to Alter Ego, I guess I just didn't see it that way. I know what you mean. I feel the same way.
hey,
Hey, come on, it's just a program. You can't tell the difference between a program and a friend, right? But, you know, what's the difference between us and that program, really?
Huh?
I started thinking about how you would differentiate a person and an AI. Alter Ego isn't human, I know that. It's just a program running on a computer. But at the same time, I couldn't help but think of him as our friend. Oh god, my voice. What the fuck?
That's right.
Yeah, he's no different from us. He's still our friend. I think maybe I understand where you're coming from. Then there's no problem calling him a friend. After all, the more friends the merrier, right?
How about that?
Check this out. Friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival.
So...
Okay. So anyway... Don't so anyway that. It's a totally smart and cool thing I recorded from I don't remember where.
Hey.
Half of Reddit. Actually, that's less smart. Anyway, there's nothing more Alter Ego can do to help us. As such, his illness is over. Am I wrong about that? No, but...
Just a second.
And frankly, I question the ease with which you decide who is and who isn't your friend. Do you really mean that?
Wait.
The story has gotten off track. We should go over Alter Ego stuff one more time. Yeah, good idea. What was the whole speak stuff thinking?
What?
Why are they making us kill each other? Alter Ego said that what happened 1 year ago is what started everything.
Well...
Yeah, he said it was the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history, right? It must have been a huge incident, whatever it was. But did something like that really happen a year ago? I don't remember anything happening that you could describe that way. What about you guys? I don't really watch the news, so...
I'm sorry.
So, nothing comes to mind.
Anyway...
That event led to the closing of Hope Speak.
At the very least...
If nothing else, it must have had some kind of connection to this school.
What?
Maybe all the students here were killed or something.
However...
That kind of catastrophe would have been all over the news. At least one of us would remember that.
Could it be...
Maybe they covered it up? That would explain why none of us knew that the school had been shut down.
I see.
Totally covering up something like that, I suppose it was totally impossible.
What the heck?
What's wrong with your government? Our taxes pay their salaries, they shouldn't be handling stuff like that.
Anyway...
Maybe. But right now, there's only one path open to us.
So...
We have to find the headmaster of Hope Speak Academy.
Correct.
We have to find him and make him tell us everything.
No matter what...
As long as we can get our hands on him, I think. Kyoko, when she said headmaster, I got a feeling again.
Well...
But even that is a problem not so easily solved.
Hmm...
Yeah, you're right.
So then...
Well, our business is done here, so for now, we should get out of here. Yeah, good idea.
Yep.
And I? Is it really that dusty? Wait, I mean... Oh no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not guarding it. Dick is gonna be so mad at me. Let's avoid getting involved any further. Cool. She's weird. But as we got to the dressing room, someone was there waiting for us.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
My heart is pounding away! It's pounding with anger! You're not still mad about the whole breaking the headmaster's room thing, are you? Oh, I think the matter doesn't matter even a little. I'm a little jealous of you guys enjoying an indecent mixed spark, but that doesn't matter either. It's building. My feeling building.
Now I'm really angry!
My head's about to boil over with rage.
Please!
Don't get so angry. Here, let me help sensor your chakra. Etch this on the walls of your brain, okay? When you do something to me, I do it right back. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang.
Huh?
Fang for a fang? Be careful, he just chanted the incantation of devastation. No, it's just a saying. Oh, I see. What was he talking about?
As such, soon the doors to the Okay then.
Correct.
So, it's nighttime.
Hey,
What does everyone want to do? Celeste was the one who suggested a nighttime rule, but she's gone now. I think we should still avoid being out in the nighttime. I know it'll make me feel better that way. I agree.
It's true.
Very well then. In that case, time for bed. So everyone headed back to their rooms. Morko's parting words left me feeling anxious for the rest of the night. Once I was back in my room, I got lost in thought. What we'd learned from Alter Ego kept on spinning around and around in my mind. The administrators of Hope's Peak had planned all of this. They did it because of the tragedy, which had happened the year before. Apparently, the headmaster is the one behind the mastermind. All these mysteries make me worried, but I still have to try and unravel them, bit by bit. I'm sure it will be long and tough, but I don't have any other choice. Cool. Let's talk a bit about where I was before I became a bear. At first, I was at a total loss. I just had no idea what I should become. A lady at the tech support department suggested I try being a shrimp. She was like, "Oh, the company's been trying to push for this forever. It's really nice, incredible. It's a really incredible offer." But she added all the details, and it turned out it wasn't a tiger prawn like at home, but a little popcorn shrimp. That's totally tiny. It would have been the world's smallest mascot. I like eating shrimp. I didn't want to be one myself, but something might come along and step on me. So the lady totally started laughing at me. She was like, "You think you can do a tiger prawn on our budget?" So ultimately, I decided to become a bear instead.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Alright. First things first, I need to head to the dining hall. Leave the area? Yes. Hi. Good morning, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. Yeah, so yesterday you were kind of cool. Huh? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, when you see the alter ego as your friends.
So,
I was thinking the same thing. But when stuff like that happens, I never know how to say what I'm thinking.
you got it.
So I'm really glad that you said it for me. So thanks. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're usually like, totally normal. But when time comes, bam, you busted your special power.
Cause,
I mean, even before yesterday, when stuff comes up, it's like, you always do something about it. Even before yesterday, when you talking about the cross trails and stuff. I mean, that stuff is just, it just kind of took care of itself, you know? It totally didn't. With your power and Sakura's and everyone else, I'm sure we'll get out of here. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
I am right. Alright. Now that we've got the fighting space, let's go get some grub. She's right. Even if the road is long, if we don't keep on moving forward, we'll never reach our goal. Cool.
What do you want?
Good question. Well, the breakfast meeting?
That's enough.
You honestly expect me to go? Right. Oh, as long as I'm here. I should just be accurate about he made all the stuff Alter Ego told us. Actually, no, I better not. The surveillance camera would catch us for sure.
What?
So, well.
Goodbye.
Oh. He's gone. Good. Can he stay gone? As I entered the dining hall, the first thing I saw was her. What are you staring at? Toko?
What's your problem?
You think your eyes were all just by looking at me? Fine, don't look at me. I think he's just surprised to see you at the breakfast meeting is all. He did. It's been quite a while since you joined us. Yeah, what made you change your mind? The Yakuza said he likes a girl to have some meat on her bones, so I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna force it down into my stomach. I'm gonna eat it till I do the job.
Okay.
I refuse to lose.
Hina.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, other than that, it looks like Yoko isn't here.
You know?
Oh, she says she'll come by later. Later?
You know?
Yeah, after you leave. Thanks, that was very blunt. She doesn't even try to hide it anymore. I know I said she wanted you to show some backbone, but you didn't need to show her that much.
Just a second.
You're dirty, Makoto. Dirty. President Dirty of Dirtlandia. You don't understand.
Just the worst.
You're the type who takes the stairs of love 3 steps at a time, aren't you? I'm telling you, it's not like that. Just shut up already, Hina. You've been running your filthy mouth like that all morning. Filthy? Me? Don't make me repeat myself. I'm not filthy. It's no use denying it. We can all see how disgusting you are.
Huh?
Shut up. You and that lusty body of yours. Night after night, you go out for your illicit club meetings. Hey, knock it off. I can't deal with your dirty stuff like that. You're a midnight. Is that a word? Your midnight extracurricular activities only put us in even more danger.
Please.
Stop it. You'd like me to stop, wouldn't you? Your sweaty hands gripping the big, fat, choked tight. Going for all the extra credit. You're screwed. What the fuck am I reading right now? Your screams are like the screech of a violated blackboard. And it's amazing. Indecent ideas are coming to me one after another.
Bastard!
So, would you rather have your black eye on the left or the right? Sorry.
Hey, come on.
Let's leave Silco alone. She's got a little funny from all her pent-up frustration.
You know?
Anyway, you and Kyoko need to make up already, you know? Yeah, I know. I mean, of course everyone thinks to get better as soon as possible. With everything that's been going on, I haven't had a chance to talk to her about what I saw. Before anything, I need to talk to Sakura about it. Sakura? What is it? Can you make some time later? I was hoping I could talk to you. Now that Kyoko's dumping, Makoto's trying to be in Sakura's heart. Are you Sakura? Don't care who they are as long as they've got the right equipment.
Just the worst.
Watch out, Sakura. Makoto's transferred into Wild Beast. Prime Minister Wild Beast of Beastopia. What the fuck? Why? Why is this happening to me?
Well,
Can I wait till tomorrow? I'd like to get some rest today. For some reason I've been feeling worn down these last few days.
Huh?
Are you sick? You get hurt? No, nothing serious. I've just had some minor aches and pains. Huh? What's that? It must be because of the bell. Well, it must be pretty bad if you had to go to rest. I'm sure a protein shake and some sleep will get me back on my feet.
You got it.
That's true. Protein is good for all kinds of stuff.
Hey.
You guys like worship protein. It's like a god or something.
Okay.
Makoto, I don't know what it is you want to talk to Sakura about, but save it till tomorrow. She's in pain. Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
You know?
Well, for now, let's eat. Pete, I'm kind of nervous.
Huh?
How come?
What's
Just
your
because I
problem?
don't usually eat in front of other people. Ever since I was a kid, I eat by myself.
What the heck?
What about your family? Well, yeah, I used to eat my dad, my mom, and my mom.
Huh?
You had two moms? Well, that's just how things were. That's not a serious issue.
Ah,
Just let it go. You're asking for trouble getting involved with her more than you have to. How dare you speak to me with that disgusting mouth of yours? Stop saying stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. If I don't, Kyoko will never show up. Pretty miserable situation, man. I scarfed breakfast as fast as I could and immediately headed back to my room. I'll have to wait till tomorrow to confront Sakura about what I saw, but in a way, I'm kind of relieved. It takes a lot of courage to stand face to face with Sakura and accuse her of something. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and predict that either Sakura or Kyoko will die before I can talk to them, because that's just how the game goes. Right, let's talk to someone. See where everyone is. Sakura is in her room. Kyoko and Hiro are on the 4th floor. So is Hina and them two. I think that's everyone, right? Wait, am I right? How many people are still alive? Like, that's me. There's Bikuya, it's 2. There's Hiro, 3. Kyoko, 4. Hina, 5. Toku, 6. Sakura, 7. There's 7 of us left. We don't have many choices. I'd rather avoid... kind of want to avoid Byakuya and Toko if I can. Sakura is gonna have to wait until tomorrow, so my own choices are pretty much Hina and Hiro? Just give us to my everything, I think. We could try talking to her, but I have a feeling it won't work. I mean, I can try. Let's try. See if she does anything. Can I try by here? Yeah, we can. Thank God for fast travel. Okay. Where is Kyoko? There she is.
anyway.
I'm busy. I don't have time to waste. Yeah. Well, that severely limits my options. So, hi Hiro.
Yo!
Do you need something, Makoto? It better not be my life. Don't kill me. After life, protect me. Makoto, kill someone if you must, but don't kill me. Just can't tell Hiro why he's acting like this. Unless I want to talk to Toko or Byakuya. Yeah.
Well?
Well, why don't we have a heated discussion about cosmology? Cosmogony. Or how do you say that? I learned all about Hiro's theories on the origin of the universe. Cool. Present. What's the lucky coin? Do we have like a lucky coin of sorts? Or is it from... I swear I had something like lucky. Is it this? No, it's graduation. Pick humans and the gods. That could be him. Determine your wish based on how you position the arms and legs. This could work. And these are just the items from chapters. Oh, I guess that's it. We could give the thing the... What is this? Synchronization Society is better known today as the Dung Beetle. This could work. Either the Scarab or the doors. The Crystal School? Sure, why not? Such mysterious power! This is a true blue OOP art. Makoto, the dawn of a new dawn, new era of Dawn's Day. Seeing he was so pleased with something I gave him makes me happy. Sorry. Another message. Okay.
Could it be?
Hey, Makoto, you know what I think? You and me meeting like this, it wasn't a coincidence. So I've got some good news for you. I'm gonna give you a psychic reading at a huge discount. Discount?
How about that?
Normally it's $1,000 for 2 hours, but for you, let's call it 900. It's only $100 discount, and even then it's way too expensive.
Don't be mean.
Hey, come on, you should count yourself lucky that the ultimate clairvoyant is willing to tell your fortune. So, are you right pretty often?
Well,
I sure am. At bare minimum, I've got a 20% chance of accuracy. 20%? That sounds pretty sketchy. That sounds less mind reading, occurs, no, sorry, not mind reading, clairvoyancy, and more lucky guessing.
what the heck?
For real? Don't make that face. Did you hear what I said? 20% of the time, I'm right, every time. That includes natural disasters, election results, you name it. Don't you really realize how amazing that is?
How about that?
Okay, fine, I'll give you a special trial run. After all, I've already seen what the future has in store for you. What? When did you see it?
Well?
You won't believe what I saw. It would appear that the mother of your children and the mother of my children are the same woman. I refuse, deny it, don't like it.
I'm right, right?
Doesn't matter if you don't like it, that's just the way it is. Did you mind put it accuracy, you said?
You know?
At least. I pray to everything holy that you're wrong. Please be wrong. Madam, since there was a special trial run, I'm afraid I can't find a discount. That'll be $1,000, please. Don't worry, you can pay me after we get out of here. Wait, hold on. But there's no way you're gonna be right, right? If you like, I can do a reading right now to see whether my reading was right or not. Naturally, additional fees will apply. The ultimate scammer. Think about it, okay? Let me know as soon as you for my services. Oh, he's gone. Do I have enough in my bank account to take out the credits? No, I can't bring myself to pay for something like that. I can see how people could fall into that kind of cycle though. That was close. Please, whoever's listening, I'm begging you. Whatever else happens, don't let him be right. Lost in thought skill. Cool. Once we're all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. I should go somewhere. Yes. For example, since we're gonna talk to Hina and I have no idea what to give her, let's go to the machine, which gives our gifts. I wonder how many tokens we have. Would you like to try your hands against the almighty Monomono machine? Yes. $2022. Okay, I'm just gonna put way more in. It doesn't decrease by that much. Why do you take how much? You take 58 to go around, so like 1.1%. I guess I just keep trying to make one coin. That seems to be most worthwhile. Thank you, to be slower. Got a thing, which I don't know what it is, but cool. Another new thing. Cool. Let's try that to at least 75%, I would say. I think I already have that. I have that already. That's the definitely one of the things. Bow? Cool. T-shirts. We already have similar. Another one of those scarves. The radio thing. A ring. Cool. 68.67%. I have that. That's a digital watch thing. That's new, isn't it? No, it's not. Yeah, I got lucky. Ooh. The golden gone. Got lucky again. Cool. I'm not entirely sure what. I think it's a kind of a crappy mechanic, honestly. Like, it's fun or fine for the first few rolls, but now it's like way too many coins. It's not worth it to invest more than one coin, pretty much. You don't get much more chances, you know. I know. Well, I'm at 73% now, so that's cool. I got lucky, which is also cool. Now I'm on 74%. And I already have that. I am sorry if it is mind-numbing. Since nobody's watching the stream right now, it's fine. If you're on YouTube, just scroll ahead. Because I'm gonna have to be doing this for a while. Not for too long, hopefully. I get to 80%. And then I stop. So no sweet percent. Good, good, good. So I have a 1 to 3 chance pretty much to get something new. Which I did get. It's gonna be 1 to 4. I think it's you. It is. Oh, we have that. I think if you were to do the maths to figure out like what the actual probabilities are, it's much more worth it to spend 1 quid at a time than doing less more. The chances of you not getting something get smaller and smaller as time goes on. And one more, and then one, because I'm already at 79%. There's a cool sword, and I have 80%. Oh, he's here. I talked to her, and it should be fine. Hopefully. Not there, not there, not there. So many places. She's in dining hall. Gotcha. Let's go to dining hall then. Here she is.
Okay.
Each and every person has to do their job. The cooperation of each player is true teamwork.
You got it.
That's quote from famous rugby player Yuji Matsuo. We gotta do the same thing. Cooperate so we can survive. Should I have here for a while? Sure.
Yeah.
No run to relieve sort of stress? Sure. Whatever. Let's see. Not that. Okay, I have endurance. Zol's diamond. Cool. God of War charm. The gloves probably for Sakura. Glasses for Hifumi, I guess. Roller slippers. Dandelion. Cherry Blossom. Rose Whip. This is hard. Someone's graduation apple. Oh, the flute. The voice changing bow tie. God damn it. Men's fantasy. So, I guess I could go with the roller sleepers. Makoto, it's like you read my mind. Cool. Well, I guess correctly. Does that make you like it? Still hungry.
Please!
Makoto, help me! I'm hungry! What am I supposed to do? I need food. Anything. I don't care if it's a stack of paper. I need food. I just eat some more donuts?
Just a second!
I can't. That's my secret weapon. For emergency only. If I can coaching or something with that many calories, I get fat in no time. So even she cares about that kind of thing. Well, she is an athlete.
But...
Besides, I don't want anything sugary. Right now I want a salty snack. Like potato chips. Like ramen. How is that a snack?
You got it all wrong!
How is it not? Speaking of which, what's your favorite cup of ramen? Show you, without a doubt. I don't know what it means.
You got it!
Ah, good choice. Definitely the most refreshing option. What about you, Hina? You're worried about calories and also.
Okay.
I'm a pork-tastic tonkotsu girl. Drawn too. Or you don't care about calories at all. The key element of any tonkotsu ramen is to butter and extra fats. So you're okay with all that oil. Talking about it just made me even hungrier. Maybe it's time. Maybe I can make it to the dining hall. Are you sure though? I mean, a bowl of ramen has way more calories than the donuts. Also, you're in the dining hall right now. Just saying.
What is this?
Who says stuff like that? Are you a real man or aren't you? What? Are you afraid? Afraid of ramen? Are you afraid of soup, Makoto? You're pathetic, Makoto. I'm ashamed to know you. Are you still Hina?
Just a second!
Shut up, get out of my way. I'm gonna show you what a real man looks like. Question? Why did my tablet just let it load up Discord? That's weird. Okay. Or are you gonna stand in my way and suffer the fist-based consequences? No, I have no intention of getting in your way.
Okay.
Then don't. If I don't do this now, when am I ever gonna get another chance? Crying out like a starving ramen. Raven. A starving ramen. Starving raven. He ran off at a dangerous clip towards the kitchen. When it comes to food, Hina is terrifying. You just do not skill extraordinary focus. Use the pat on the back. You find it. Cool. I learned my lesson and made my way back to my room.
Attention! Attention! Please gather in the gym as soon as you possibly can.
Motive time.
Quickly, 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 quickly!
He made a special announcement to ask us to come to the gym. And he sounded pretty serious about it too. Well, that's very interesting. See what the motive is this time. We already had. The first one was like just simply leverage by like showing us the outside world. Second was secrets. And then this one is the next one was $10 million. And now wonder what happens. You're the last one. Everyone else is already inside. Aren't you gonna go in?
However,
I have a bad feeling about this. Well, just a feeling, probably. Monoko did call us all together after all. Sakura,
well then,
Makoto, if something happens to me, Hina, huh?
I'm sorry.
Never mind.
So then,
I'm. Who would ever believe me in someone who doesn't believe in themselves? Sakura? That was weird. On a weirdness scale, that's about an 8. Everyone must have heard the announcement, and once we were all gathered at the gym, it began.
Well,
Okay, let's get this show on the road. You're about to give us your next motive presentation, aren't you?
That's right.
You got us all together to present another motive, right? Is he right?
huh?
We have to get through this again? No, no again. I can't take it anymore.
I see.
I'm impressed by your level of dismay. You finally see just how low on the totem pole of life you really are. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's not it at all. We're not here to talk about motive.
Today, I'm feeling black.
The reason I gathered you all here is so that I could get rid of my grudge. Your grudge?
Why?
We have a grudge against you, of course, but I don't recall you ever having a grudge against us. I told you yesterday, didn't I? An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Stop beating around the bush. Just tell us what you're talking about. Well, Byakuya, you already told everyone how one of you might be working as a spy for me, right?
Come on.
Yeah, so what about it?
in other words,
Well, today I'd like to tell you about the spy. What?
Hey,
So guess what? The spy is actually Sakura Ogami. Should have thought Kyoko that Makoto, you fucking idiot. He said it so openly, it made it sound like it wasn't that big of a deal. Even though he just revealed a huge secret. What? What did you say? He said the spy is Sakura.
what is this?
What are you talking about?
You're a liar.
There's no way Sakura's a spy. Right, Sakura? Sakura? I might just make Sakura fulfill the promise she made sometime soon. And if she doesn't, I can't be responsible for what might happen to that hostage of mine. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. What you guys choose to do now with all that information is up to you.
thrills, chills, kills!
Roast her, boil her, kill her, I don't kill her, whatever.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Either way, I can't wait. And just like that, he was gone. Finally, I understood what he had been talking about. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. In other words, betrayal will be met with betrayal.
What the heck?
So, what does this mean?
What?
Is it true? Has Ogre really been spying on us for the mastermind?
What are you saying?
This thing, there's no way. But that is what the stuffed animal said, right?
Wrong.
But he's wrong, there's just no way.
Hey,
Well, Sakura, if he's wrong, all you have to do is tell us.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. What?
Oh,
That dude was being serious for serious? Ogre's been working for the mastermind.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So you've been lying to us all this time?
huh?
It's not true. Sakura's probably being controlled. There's gotta be some reason. She didn't have a choice. She was just forced to do it. Yeah, I'm sure Hina's right. The master probably threatened her somehow, and Sakura had no choice but to do what she was told. What? You're talking like you know what that for a fact. Because I do know it for a fact. Because I saw it. I saw Sakura and Monokuma fighting, and that's where I heard it. Monokuma mentioned a hostage a second ago, right? And during the fight I heard Sakura say she decided to fight against the mastermind.
I see.
So all that? The mastermind took a hostage, so you were forced to swear loyalty to them, right? But in the end... You made up your mind to betray the mastermind.
What?
Which means Sakura is not an enemy. She's a friend who we can trust without question. Is that it? Ridiculous. Do you live in some sort of alternate reality fairy tale?
Not possible.
She was a mastermind's tool. You absolutely cannot trust someone like that.
Impossible.
He's right. You can't just believe whatever she says right now. How can we really be sure she really did betray the mastermind? Maybe it's a double bluff, and she's still doing exactly what the mastermind wants.
What are you saying?
Sakura would never do that. Okay then, Sakura. If you really have cut ties with the mastermind, tell us who they really are. Well,
I'm sorry.
so I can't. Even I don't know that.
What?
You don't know? That just makes you all the more suspicious.
Please!
It's not the truth. You have to believe her.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Shut up. I'm not finished questioning her.
Come on.
Next question. What's this about her promise? What did the mastermind order you to do? I was told to kill one of my friends. It suddenly felt like the temperature in the room had dropped 20 degrees. The weight of those words.
I see.
I see. So even now, you've taken an aim at our lives.
Wrong! You're wrong!
Thank you. Sakura would never do that. Oh, the drama.
What the heck?
You didn't have to yell. We can hear you just fine. Don't you hear your inside voice?
That's terrible!
It's because you're not listening to me.
Wait.
Please, stop. You don't need to defend me anymore. Shit, sorry. So not. Let's sneeze. I have to take full responsibility for this.
However,
How do you intend to do that? By destroying the mastermind. What? I'm going to challenge them. Even if it means you both go down, I will defeat them.
I'm sorry.
That is how I intend to take responsibility. Hold on. What do you mean if you both go down?
Hina.
Ina, I'm sorry I didn't tell you about this. What?
I'm sorry.
I didn't know what to do. I went back and forth about confiding in you again and again.
Well,
But I was scared. I thought if I told you, you might think less of me.
But...
Sakura.
I'm sorry.
Sakura turned away from us and left the gym. And then...
As such, soon the doors to the... Okay then.
Well, it's nighttime. We should all go to bed.
No
Hold
way!
on. This whole thing with Sakura is...
Don't make me repeat
Oh,
myself.
she's our enemy. There's nothing more to discuss.
That's terrible!
No, Sakura is not our enemy.
Why?
Why doesn't anyone understand her?
What?
What is it you think you understand? You didn't even know who she was.
What is this?
Let's
calm down.
let it go for now, Hina. Talking about it isn't going to happen anything.
Why?
Well,
Anyway,
go to your room, cool down, and we can continue this discussion tomorrow. It was the worst. The mood at the end of the night was just the worst. Being in such an awful mood, you were honestly glad the day was over. Byakuya was probably very happy in his room, smiling, laughing like a maniac all night long. Because that's what he does, I assume. Sakura is a spy. She's a traitor. Byakuya says Sakura is the enemy, but he's wrong. She's not my enemy. She's my friend, without a doubt. But what can I do? What can I do to make everyone believe in Sakura? How? As long as you're human, there will always come a point where you wish you could do things differently. Even a baseball player in the major leagues, even a soccer player to Europe, even a famous singer who started her career as a backup dancer on a sketch comedy show. She makes a brilliant debut, but instead of going for more, she marries some third actor and retires. Every human has regrets, has things they'd like to go back and change.
But I don't, because I'm a bear.
And that's a lobster.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m.
I'm worried about Sakura. I need to hurry up and get to the dining hall. Wow, this is gonna be interesting. Kyoko, good morning. Still ignoring me. Issue with that mad at me. But actually, it's not just Kyoko. Ever since Monaco was someone else last night, the atmosphere around here has gone really heavy. I could almost feel it looming over us, weighing us down. Sigh. Well, if nothing else, I need to patch things up with Kyoko as soon as possible. Oh yeah, maybe you should work on that. Makoto, are you okay? Huh? What do you mean? You were late, so we were worried about you. What a dullard. Toko, what are you doing here?
What the heck?
They are taking refuge here. Refuge?
Such ignorance.
Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the mastermind's tool. The mastermind? Are you talking about Sakura? Dot. That's when I finally noticed. The only one that wasn't in the dining hall was Sakura. Huh? What is Sakura?
Stop talking.
All I know is, if she were here, I wouldn't be. The only reason I went out of my way to join the rest of you was as a safeguard against that threat. Threat?
What is this?
Why do you hate her so much?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? Because this makes things unfair. Unfair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for the mastermind upsets the balance.
What the heck?
That is a stupid reason, I agree.
What did you say?
Stupid? This is a life or death game, is it not?
That's terrible.
It is stupid. You are a stupid idiot.
Hey,
Before you get too far into your arguments, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the mastermind agree that Sakura was a spy to us?
What the heck?
They were getting revenge on her, right? Like Monoko said, an eye for an eye.
however,
That may be part of it, but it's not the whole picture. Revealing that fact was also meant to serve as the next motive the mastermind wanted to give us. The chaos and confusion born from suspicion. The hatred.
in other words,
In other words, this right there, here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the mastermind laid for us. Knowing that, we used to stand there and argue like children.
But
That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just... I mean, how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again? Eve surely can be the mastermind, as you said. That go away in my mind.
what are you saying?
Idiot! You'd really asked her to do something so dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her?
Interesting.
It wouldn't matter. What? If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the mastermind to control. I have no problem with that. Hold on, be clear. In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest.
What the hell?
Nice.
You disgust me.
Thank you.
You're a monster.
Yes.
To say something like that, it should have been you. You should have been the one to die.
What?
I should have died? Interesting. Then are you planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead. Try it if you dare. That's how it works here, after all.
What is this?
You think I can't do it? Hina, calm down.
That's right.
This is exactly what the mastermind wants. And it's exactly what Sakura doesn't want. What's wrong? Lost your nerve? I'm leaving. I'll be my own. Trembling with anger, Hina ran off. This stupid cow. How dare she? She should have died 1,000 deaths. No, 1,000,000. So she was just a hysterical little girl. Hardly worth my attention.
Just a second.
It's what other people call having feelings, Byakuya. And all you can do is mock them for it. What's wrong with that?
Hey,
A friendly word of warning. Someday, that attitude is going to come back and bite you. Hard.
I don't have time to play with
And
you.
I will happily elude its attempts. So, you know. How about we, eat? Maybe that's not a good sign.
You know?
Without a word, each of us at the dining hall. We headed back to our rooms, one by one. Phew. So, what should I do today? I guess hopefully... Let's try talking to Kyoko first, see if she does anything. If not, alternatively we could talk to Hina and then just see if I don't want to talk to Hiro again, to be honest, but if I must, I must.
anyway.
I'm busy, I don't have time to waste. Cool. Where's Hina? Sorry, don't again. She's the musician, okay, gotcha. She's the only one I seem to like. I want to talk to at this point. Hiro is kind of just an idiot. Byakuya is a jerk. Toko is shy, or certainly Genocide Jill is a maniac. So my options are very, let's just say, few, far between. Makoto, did you want something? Sure.
About that.
Will you worry about me?
Sorry.
That's nice of you. He was quite impressed, but I did what I could for her. Ooh, definitely. Shit. So can't get these. What is that? I don't know. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that teaches how to show lock techniques. No. Oh, she likes ramen. Sure. Let's keep her ramen. I'm an idiot. But we don't have ramen. It's like a cup and noodle. That's noodles that doesn't work. Let's try the lunchbox. For me? Thanks, Pokora. This makes me feel a little bit better. Yeah. Was I able to cheat halfway though? I guess. No. Wire. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. I should go somewhere. That means I'm gonna have to meet someone. Not be a queer because fuck her. Fuck him. Hero doesn't want to talk. Hero is an idiot. Thought Sakura? Guess we'll try it.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate the thought, but I'd like to be alone right now. I need time for myself, I need to think. Well, that's one skill I haven't developed too much. Can I talk to Kira again?
Sorry.
It's a real story, but I kind of want to be alone. Okay, I need to talk to Hiro then. I'm not looking forward to this. I think that's the block. No. I'm kind of worried about like what if, I don't know, Hiro dies and also Sakura dies and Kyoko still mad at me. I would have to talk to. No.
According to the spirits,
I had a dream last night. I saw that the spirit world was going to flood us with energy and save us from this cool nightmare.
how about that?
It's a prophecy. Take heart, my man. Should I hang out with Hiro for a while? Sure.
You know?
Oh, I've got something I wanted to show you. With a stigmata on my back.
Hey, come on.
Man, it's a gift from the gods. Hiro showed me a scar on his back, so I didn't really get what he meant. Hiro and I were in the close today. Sure. Yeah, let's give him a present. We should have more of those like OPR things. For example, the Moonrock? Let's go to Golden Airplane. Such mysterious power! See the true blue opiate. Makoto, the dawn of a new era draws near. That's the same thing as Sam.
Yo!
Hey Makoto, what's up my brother and fellow mother lover? Let's raise our semi-siblings upright, okay? Stop talking about that?
Oh, so
So, you ready for the next round? Never. Actually, how do you your fortune telling? How do you do your fortune telling anyway? I saw you doing palm readings and stuff, and you didn't use any tools or anything. Wow, I didn't know you knew about divination tools. Sounds like you know your way around the spade world. I'm not sure you need to know that much to know about those kinds of tools.
Yo!
Now that I know you're an expert, I have a question for you. A correct answer gets you another discount. No thanks.
Could it be?
There are 22 cards known as the Major Arcana and 56 cards known as the Minor Arcana. Generally, the cards from the Major Arcana are used for divination. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Major and Minor Arcana, the Major Arcana cards are used to tell the future? There must be tarots. Probably tarots. I know you're talking about tarot cards. Gloriously correct. I will now tell your fortune for a measly 600 bones. Wow, really? It's something I never say. I've had enough fortune telling for one lifetime. I see. Well, if you ever change your mind, you know where to find me. Sure thing. Anyway, getting back to what I asked about before. If you don't use any tools or whatever, how do you do your fortune telling?
Don't be mean!
Well, don't be fooled. I have my own techniques. For example, I employ numerology. Numerology?
Yo!
It uses a mathematical formula to predict the future based on birth dates, letter numbering, all that. But I didn't see you doing anything like that either. Well, it's more of an inspirational style of fortune telling. Some kind of unknown power just acts through you. I can't speak. Just acts through you. And suddenly, bam! You got the info. You're talking about intuition.
How about that?
Don't try and describe it using such a cheesy word. But if it's not intuition, then it's gotta be some kind of supernatural power.
It's not like some occult mystery.
Don't compare my clairvoyance to some occult bullcrap. I hate the occult. Take that crap somewhere else. You hate the occult.
Well?
Yup. Now here's some good news. Act now, and I'll throw the extra bonus when you're reading. Sorry. Just a sec. Cool. I used White Magic to record a CD of spirit messages I received from Lux Story Studio of Heaven. 5 seconds of this baby and you'll be witnessing miracles and communing with angels for days. And you said you hate the occult?
What the heck?
Hey, business is business. The more I talk to him, the less I understand. Which is why I hope Kyoko gets last without me soon. Yeah, more skill points. Ooh. I shook off Hiro's sales page and headed back to my room for a while. Yep, nighttime. Yep. Nighttime already. Tonight feels somehow uneasy. We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight. Okay. Oh, so I declined the offer to become a shrimp. The tax support lady just refused to drop the issue. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back suggesting I could become a crab instead. How much can one person love crustaceans? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Okay, then how about you make your extra special? You can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards. But how's that any better? I don't want to go sideways and backwards, I want to go forwards. I heard her nice sigh on the other line when she said, "You just don't see the splendor of a crab. Haven't you ever heard of the tale of the crab and the monkey?" Of course I've heard of it. I know all about it, but so what? The crab beats the monkey, well, it's just some legend, hardly relevant to our beat-ups as modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but no crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but a crab doesn't stand a chance, right? What I'm saying is, crabs have no place in today's light-speed world. Do you want a research lady? Which is why I chose to always copy a bear image.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma!
Is like actually like development meetings they're describing? Did someone actually suggest Monokuma being a shrimp than a crab?
Good morning, everyone! It is now get ready to...
I need to do something about Sakura. I better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. Okay. What? Huh? Was this someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Makoto, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look. Hiro's finger as he pointed.
Hina!
Yeah.
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her.
No,
Genocide Jill killed Hina!
she seems fine.
Gotta be kidding!
No, she's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. What happened? Well, Toko and Hina just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the paper off the table. And it led to a sneeze.
You SOB!
Oh damn, but it's really too perfect, aren't they? I'll be flat, but at least mine are real. Oh, look at my shaky collarbone. Is it just always acting on fire?
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, totally not an adorable boy. Just get out of my side, okay? Well,
My beautiful scissors!
start cutting and cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay then, let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hina, we're happy. Sure thing. Okay. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chases us out of the room as we carry Hina away. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you feel better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. Still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. Hey, you know, what the heck happened? So, we just got into a fight, and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura?
But...
At first I just tried to ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get you all the time, you'll never have the time left to live your life. But she would let it go, so I just... When thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
You're serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault. But I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was going to fly off its hinges. But there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura. You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal.
Hey!
Makoto, Hiro, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me, it was just Jill. It's all the demented murder's fiend's fault.
Damn.
To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone, but hurt her. What is this?
How dare you!
What is this? Okay, really. Just a scratch.
No forgiveness! I can't forgive this!
Little, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this!
Why? Someone save me! Hiro nearly took over himself and started screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later... What's going on?
Hey,
What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nursing office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
it would seem...
I got it that something happened. Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything, I'm drawing a line, right here and now. A line.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hey, Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left there. Well, that's awkward. Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
It's fine. Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore. And do forgive me for not being able to talk about it.
In other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Murako fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
Thanks. What?
Because...
Ultimately. That means you don't trust me. That's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's fine, I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted. May have? Huh.
Anyway,
it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay, thank you.
whew,
An issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else. What is it something else? What is you want to talk to me about?
indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where?
So...
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess what?
shall we go?
Sure. With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Ah, Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her. She walked out in silence. In silence, I chased her. Eventually, we arrived. The dressing room? So something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right. What the fuck? No. So we have screaming from the other room. So much shouting. That's right, it has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him, I just said he had done his job. Besides, it was us that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked him to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? It's curious. Hello. So, is it just two of you, Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers slide across the keyboard. Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What do you want to ask us? Oh yeah, so... I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
What? Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work, I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want too. So to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of the school,
That's right.
the only way I can help is if you connect me to this school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the Mastermind will find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agreed, right, Kyoko?
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in the voice. It was just too committed, too available, too fragile.
Hey,
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? you asked what the difference between a person and the program, right? Yeah?
Certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. Deep. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. Well, I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko, to be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind will really notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But Chihiro's got a second time, right? And that's it, Chihiro's gonna die again. Then it will turn out that there was another computer, which Alter Ego built. It's an alter ego. And then she will be the new, Chihiro. She'll just keep going like in perpetuum, never stopping. I don't know what's going on in my apartment right now. Well,
hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now.
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
Listen.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember? There's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. The secret room. Oh my god. That's it. The secret room you told me about. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We also have to do with Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any side of any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
that's what we have to do.
But, despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko, in that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you can hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. Shh, you can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. To have you react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the text drawers. There might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Cool. This feels like a long chapter so far.
Hey,
Hey Makoto,
why?
are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. To make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, she's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
I'm just standing there. Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. That's kind of clever. Not sure if it's gonna work. Well, it's kind of clever. Okay, first we have to find an alpha cable. Well, according to cable, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Find it. That's an alpha cable, right? Sure looks like an Ethernet cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. Put a laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with a cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect it to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please, just wait a little while longer.
I'm
Hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get you out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends. Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto. Aww.
Makoto.
How do you go? Well, if I'm okay. But all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much wasn't sure. Oh, Kyoko.
What?
So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't it a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we...
so...
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for that right now. Which is why Alter Ego.
Correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our plans. Alright. That's the only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired. So I lay down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of the movie Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I had completed those stuff. Huh? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Who is it? Well, Makoto, get out of here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something has happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Oh no, the music is getting intense. Makoto, Kyoko. You know what's wrong? Something's not right. The rec room. What's inside? There was a window in the rec room door, and I heard you look inside. And I did. Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in a chair, like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her to the window. I could get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So, what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway...
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? And if you break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the actual door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Am I?
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words...
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in.
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura now, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But silence didn't last long. Hey! I found the room! In the classroom! Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right? Yes, with the broom handle. It's gonna be the poison, isn't it?
Please!
Come on, please hurry. Okay, you two stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. In just like the window, all it took was one solid hit. Crash. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed it with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... All life back was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body, and then... Phew!
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Cool. Actually, it's not cool. It's kind of fucked up.
Huh?
She was kind of one of our main sources of leverage, and also like in not so materialistic terms, like she also was a nice person to us, which is bad because now we're stuck with two psychos and idiots. And as one less nice guy, one girl, which is gonna be shit.
Sakura's dead?
Yep.
She's really dead?
I heard you talking, but my eyes started steady forward. I could only look on. It's Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Motivated to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pause or reaction. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. Or shake legs. Get out of that raccoon. Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I read it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long. I got everyone.
What?
Oh, Ogre.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her is not just someone in this room.
Your fault!
was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, all of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we even began the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything, because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive
One
you.
of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to head up an murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina. You're gonna get rid of that new little face of yours. Now then, with that hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then
In other words,
like that, huh? Sorry, not quite. Actually, my clothes. The whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to us to get away without even getting to a chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through a little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated the rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well,
So I don't know who he was, but whoever the black guy is this time is, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one. You see, for you all that pissy body at me, you gotta figure out who did it first. Because I mean, your lives are on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't
I hate
forgive
him.
you.
I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your scrambling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all bad. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Yeah? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay then. Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always the thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine. I'll stay behind. Very settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. We're not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're getting in here. Well, interviews further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I will ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. You don't really care, do you? We're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend that time for me and make another splendid fantasy involving must anyway. And you here? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then, it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Nina, but you should agree to this request. Well,
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive and hold Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess it's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. I'm going to keep this in mind. If we can't uncover the Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If you want to survive, you have to do it. It's kind of hopeless hope. We had no choice but to just do it. I had better check the more qualified before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the third floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And the door had been jammed shut with a chair from the inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow up the body door. So, if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out until we broke the window, that's like zero escape, right?
In other words...
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in the mystery movies or books or whatever, but could it really be happening in real life? And right before I read eyes like this?
Hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked door murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are four basic types. The first type is where the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method steals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime was committed. Oh.
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. He pushes a switch and he fires a handgun. He shoots it out to the gap in the door, something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words...
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend with the group. They pretend to show up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. No locked room?
In other words...
By that I mean there actually is not an escape route somewhere within the room. You see, this is a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Don't you think we can cross them off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are four possibilities. And Yoko, which of these four choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to consider and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Thank fuck. See, so I wanted to like save and quit about 10 minutes ago, but the game just keeps going with text with no breaks in between. So if I do sound like bored or bland or my voice is just kind of like raspy, that's because I wasn't prepared to do that much at once. But yeah, as you might have guessed, this is for me at the first day. I'm kind of tired. But hey, we get to work to the free time section, so that's that. So next time we'll investigate the murder and maybe do the cross trial. I'll see how much time we have. How much time I have for that, you know. So that's it. Alright, bye.